Talent will get you noticed, but discipline will keep you standing when everything gets hard. See, the world loves talent. It celebrates it, applauds it, puts it on a pedestal. But what the world doesn't tell you is this: talent alone has an expiration date. When the pressure hits, when the excuses show up, when nobody is clapping anymore, talent starts asking questions. Discipline already knows the answers. Discipline doesn't care how you feel today. It doesn't care if you're tired, discouraged, or doubting yourself. Discipline shows up anyway. That's why discipline beats talent every single time. Because talent waits for the right mood, but discipline moves regardless of the mood. Talent wants comfort. Discipline demands commitment. There are people with less ability than you who will go farther than you ever imagined, simply because they refuse to quit when it gets uncomfortable. They don't rely on how gifted they are. They rely on habits. They rely on structure. They rely on doing the work when it's boring, lonely, and painful. Life doesn't reward potential. It rewards persistence. And persistence is born from discipline. When everything is stacked against you, discipline becomes your backbone. When motivation leaves the room, discipline stays seated. When fear starts talking, discipline takes control of the conversation. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about choosing effort over excuses, growth over comfort, and purpose over pleasure. Because in the long run, discipline will take you places talent never could, and it will carry you through storms talent was never built to survive. Talent is powerful, but it is also fragile when it stands alone. Many people are born with natural ability, sharp intelligence, or creative gifts, yet very few turn that potential into lasting success. Why? Because talent without discipline gets comfortable. It starts relying on what comes easy instead of what is required. Over time, unused or undisciplined talent slowly fades, not because it wasn't special, but because it wasn't protected by effort. Talent shines at the beginning, but the beginning is never the finish line. Early success can create a false sense of security. When things come easily, discipline feels unnecessary. Practice gets skipped. Preparation feels optional. But life always raises the standard. The moment the competition gets tougher or the pressure increases, talent alone begins to struggle. That's when discipline separates those who last from those who disappear. Discipline keeps talent alive. It sharpens it, strengthens it, and pushes it beyond its natural limits. While talent wants shortcuts, discipline commits to repetition. While talent enjoys praise, discipline focuses on progress. Every hour spent training, learning, and refining turns raw ability into something reliable. Without that structure, talent slowly loses its edge. You've seen it before. People with incredible potential who started strong but couldn't handle consistency. Meanwhile, others with average ability kept showing up, kept improving, and eventually passed them. Not because they were better, but because they were more disciplined. Discipline doesn't need applause. It just needs commitment. Talent fades when excuses take over. Discipline survives because it doesn't negotiate with weakness. It understands that greatness is built quietly, daily, and often when no one is watching. If you want your talent to mean something years from now, discipline must become part of who you are. If this message is hitting you right now, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful motivation like this. Your support helps spread this mindset to more people who need it. Motivation is exciting, but it is unreliable. It comes and goes depending on your mood, your energy, and your circumstances. Discipline is different. Discipline doesn't wait for excitement. It moves even when you don't feel like moving. That's why discipline creates consistency. When motivation disappears, and consistency is what turns effort into results. Most people start strong because motivation is high in the beginning. New goals feel fresh. The vision feels powerful, but sooner or later, the excitement fades. Life gets busy. Progress slows down. Doubt creeps in. That's the moment when most people stop. Not because they can't continue, but because motivation is no longer carrying them. Discipline steps in at that exact moment and says, keep going. Discipline builds a system that works even on bad days. On the days when you feel tired, unconfident, or discouraged, discipline keeps you on track. It turns action into a habit instead of a decision. You don't argue with yourself every day. You just do what needs to be done. That removes emotional resistance and creates momentum. When motivation disappears, excuses usually take its place. Discipline shuts those excuses down. It understands that waiting to feel ready is a trap. Progress doesn't require perfect conditions. It requires commitment. Every disciplined action, no matter how small, keeps you moving forward while others are standing still. Consistency is what people notice in the long run. Not talent, not talk, not intention. The person who shows up every day eventually outgrows the person who only shows up when they feel inspired. Discipline compounds quietly, and one day it looks like overnight success. Hard work has a way of exposing the truth that talent tries to hide. Talent may open doors, but hard work decides how long you stay in the room. When challenges appear, when competition rises, and when the pressure increases, talent alone starts to feel light. Hard work, fueled by discipline, carries the weight that talent cannot sustain on its own. Hard work outlasts natural ability because it builds endurance. Talent often depends on ease, on things coming naturally. But life is rarely easy. The grind is long. The process is repetitive. The results are slow. Hard work prepares you for that reality. It teaches patience, resilience, and persistence. While talent may get frustrated when progress slows, hard work keeps pushing. People who rely on talent often struggle when they fail for the first time. Failure feels personal. It shakes their confidence. But people who work hard expect setbacks. They see failure as part of the journey, not the end of it. That mindset gives them an advantage. They get back up faster, learn quicker, and improve steadily. Hard work also earns respect, including self-respect. When you know you've put in the effort, doubt loses its power over you. You walk differently. You speak with more confidence, not because you believe you're better, but because you know you're prepared. Preparation removes fear. Over time, hard work compounds. Small efforts, repeated daily, turn into massive progress. The person who trains, studies, and improves consistently will eventually surpass the person who depended on talent alone. That's not theory. That's reality. If this message is giving you clarity and drive, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful motivation like this, because real growth begins when you commit to the work, even when nobody is watching. Discipline builds character when life applies pressure. Anyone can look confident when things are easy, but pressure reveals who you really are. When stress hits, deadlines tighten, Criticism comes, and fear shows up. Discipline is what keeps you grounded. It trains you to respond instead of react, to stay calm instead of emotional, and to stand firm instead of folding. Character is not built in comfort. It is built in moments where quitting feels justified, but you choose to continue anyway. Discipline teaches you self-control in those moments. It teaches you to manage your emotions, your time, and your energy. Instead of letting frustration lead your decisions, discipline puts purpose in control. That's how leaders are formed, not by talent, but by tested character. Under pressure, discipline becomes your anchor. It reminds you of who you said you wanted to become when things were quiet. While others panic or look for excuses, a disciplined person stays focused on what must be done. That reliability becomes a powerful trait. People trust those who remain consistent under stress because consistency signals strength. Discipline also builds integrity. When you do the right thing, even when it's hard, even when nobody is watching, you strengthen your inner foundation. You stop needing approval, praise, or validation. You know who you are because your actions match your standards. That alignment creates confidence that cannot be shaken by outside noise. Pressure doesn't disappear as you grow. It increases. New levels bring new responsibilities. Discipline prepares you for that growth. It shapes your mindset so challenges don't break you, they refine you. Over time, you realize pressure is not your enemy, it's your training ground. Success is never handed out all at once. It is earned daily through repeated effort. Discipline understands this truth. It knows that greatness is not built in one big moment, but in thousands of small decisions made consistently over time. While talent wants quick results and fast recognition, discipline commits to the long road. It shows up every day, even when progress feels invisible. And that is why success eventually bows to it. Daily discipline creates momentum. Each day you choose to work, to improve, to stay focused. You stack one brick on top of another. Alone, each brick feels insignificant. Together, they build something unbreakable. This is where most people fail, not because they lack ability, but because they lack patience. Discipline teaches you to respect the process and trust the work. When success finally arrives, it doesn't feel like luck, it feels familiar. That's because discipline has already prepared you for it. You've handled pressure before. You've stayed consistent without applause. You've learned to keep moving even when results were slow. So when opportunity comes, you don't panic, you perform. Discipline also protects success. Many people reach a high point once and then fall because they stop doing what got them there. Discipline doesn't let you relax too early. It reminds you that success is not a destination. It's a responsibility. You must earn it again tomorrow and the day after that. Every disciplined day strengthens your confidence. Not loud confidence, but quiet certainty. You stop comparing yourself to others because you're too focused on your own path. You know that as long as you stay disciplined, progress is inevitable. If this message is motivating you to stay locked in, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful motivation like this, because winning in life starts with the habits you repeat every single day.